When I saw the video, I'm upset, obviously, and I've watched a lot of videos of those incidents occur. What strikes me as a criminal defense lawyer is this is a vandalism that started this. This isn't a call out of a man holding someone hostage with a gun. This is a vandalism. If somebody vandalized your car right now outside, the cops won't even come. They'll have you call in the report. So the first thing that's notable is that a police helicopter is actually called in on this. They had the guy in the heat camera, so they knew where he was. He was going nowhere. And when you watch the shooting occurs and the officer asking each other, are you okay? But there is no indication that a bullet came towards them. And then they were gonna reload. So you gotta go, okay, what happened in that moment in time? The only thing I can think about, because I'm trying to feel for the officers in that moment in time, and the only thing I can think is if he pulled his cell phone out at that moment, he's at the back of the door to call mom, to do somebody, because maybe he didn't know they were cops. If you listen, did they say, we're police officers, stop, just hands down, hands up. So maybe he's going to call, and like your cell phone right now, if you pulled it up, what happens? It flashes on. And so maybe that's what they saw, but 20 bullets, reload, they don't want to turn your mic off. It's hard to just look at that and then say, well, I understand. That was reasonable. That was necessary. Because now it goes back to what I'm talking about, the apprehension of someone who did a non-violent crime.
Right? What can or should the community do to help prevent officer-involved shootings?
Hey, I have just 2 minutes.
How about less than 2?
I can do it in less. All right, I got 2 things to say. Number 1, you should look me up and look at my Know Your Rights seminars, my Know Your Rights talks. What I preach is this, and this saves the life of everybody. Any encounter with police officers, there's just one question to ask. Am I free to leave? Why would you ask that? Because it invokes the 4th Amendment of the Constitution. They must have reasonable suspicion then to hold you. Am I free to leave? If they say yes, you go. If they say no, I want a lawyer. Now you've invoked your 5th Amendment. There is no fight. There is no resisting. There is nothing. I don't care who you are, black, white. It applies to all American citizens. Know your rights. Please come listen to me talk. Get on my website. Anything. This is what I preach all the time. You know why? Because I think in any of the situations, and I want you to think of them, whether it's Sterling, Brown, whether it's Clark, if they had stopped and done this, they would live. Secondly, how to get around 1241. Because what we want is information on police officers, right? So what we do is we have to encourage people when officers do something wrong to you that you complain. Everybody has a complaint form on their website. Take that complaint form, send it in to IA, wherever it goes, but also keep a copy for NAACP, Urban League, Black Lives Matters, ACLU. Give a copy to them so that me as a defense lawyer, because number 1, I beat your case because you invoked your 4th and 5th Amendment of the Constitution. But secondly, if I want to bring impeachment information about an officer, I don't have to go through 1241 or any other method to get it, because I have a copy of information from a person who has complained. And if there are 5 things on an officer, then maybe I get to bring that up in court. You know how that works even better? That officer one day may want to be a sergeant, may want to be a lieutenant. We can attend those things and have public viewpoints given out. Those organizations can attend and tell you, yeah, Officer Smith wants to be this, but do you know he had 20 complaints last week? He had 30 complaints last year. Whatever that is, that can be brought up. So communities, 2 things, know your rights. Preach it for everybody. I don't care. Your children, don't ask for mama, ask for your lawyer. And you have to, I'm very serious. And then you have to document. So many of us are afraid to complain. Well, you complain to these other organizations. Therefore, I don't need to go to the courts and use impeachment motions, or I need the law to change. I can do it myself. Done.